Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and full review of this dog nail grinder. Here it says electric pet nail grinder. The listing says pet nail trimmer, 3-speed electronic dog nail trimmer, painless nail grinder tool, paw grooming, smoothing, quiet nail grinder for dogs and cats, USB rechargeable and so on. It was listed for around $25. It's currently not available, but I heard it's coming back to Amazon pretty soon. It's a new trend for grinders, something which is supposed to be really good for easy cutting of the nails of cats and dogs, maybe other animals. And it has some light inside. It has a nice protection. It's really quiet. So you see here integrated and replaceable nail grinding head, light designed against over grinding, one key for multiple mode, 3 ports suitable for various pets. And here you have some small description. You should show it to pets. And then of course I'm not going to tell you everything. You probably know more than I. The question is just how is this thing working. Here we have the product number. So here is what we get. That's the size. I was curious to see how large this is or how small. It comes with a proprietary charger, so you better don't lose it. I don't know why they didn't make it with a micro USB or USB-C adapter. So it looks pretty sturdy. I mean, it's not like a super lightweight thing which you drop just once and then it's damaged or so. And it has this opening here on the side, and then you have to put the nail here, or you can put it here, and so it's protected and shouldn't bend. And it has also the light. So here, it doesn't look too bad. I think here that's a cap for charging. That's the charging port. I don't know what that is. A spare file. That's good. I hope you can see that. That's pretty nice. So we are really well equipped, and it makes a good impression here. So I'm going to fully charge and then try to use it, and then we'll see. So I have it now attached to my charger here, a power bank, and it's flashing with 3 red lights. I guess it's charging, but we'll find out. I'm going to show you this instruction manual pretty quickly, so you can see that if you are interested into that. I'm always showing full instruction manual, so if you want to make a better buy decision, you bought used or you lost the instructions, it's always helpful to have this thing. I'm going to read that, fully charge and then use, and then you'll see how this works. Reading the instructions, the instructions are very short, could be definitely more, but at least they are saying, of course, you shouldn't grind to the bloodline. That's the reason why we have this light here to see where's the bloodline. And of course, you shouldn't grind more than 5 seconds in a row, so you don't overheat the nail and cause some pain to the animal. That's important. But what they do not describe is how to change the file here, or this diamond bit grinding stone. So I have found it out. So I've found out how to do. You can twist it counterclockwise here, this thing here. So you can see that's coming apart, and then you can just pull this out, and then you can replace it if you want with the other one. I think you have to just pull this out here, or twist it a little bit and pull it out. So it's exactly same thing, I think. Then of course you can really hear that it's snapped in here, and you can see there is some thread here. I mean, not much, just a little bit, and you can just twist it back. You can hear that it has snapped in and it's secured. Really good. So that's coming here. Also they describe about these 3 levels. That's the 3 lights. You have the first light for 60% power, that's usable or suitable for small animals like hamsters or so, maybe guinea pigs or also rabbits or something like that. And then for 80% suitable for cats, rabbits, small dogs, yeah, maybe depending on the size of the rabbits. I'm going to try. We have like dwarf rabbits, so I guess it's more like the 60%. If you have larger one, maybe then the 80%, and then for medium and large dogs, the 100% probably for these with these 3 lights here. And you can see we have to charge it for 2 hours, and then you can use it for 3 hours. So this is what I tell. Usually that's just the rule of thumb when the charging time is shorter than the run time. So usually you can use it while it is charging, but I do not recommend this. Sometimes such devices can be destroyed, or I mean the battery can overheat or whatever. So it is definitely usually not recommended to use it while charging, but as a general rule of thumb, if you have this condition, we should be able to use it while charging. I'd say should. I cannot guarantee that it will really work and not be damaged, and I'm not going to do that. It is just if you really need it urgently, you have to do that, and it's not charged. So this is just like a little bit of advice, maybe it helps. So I'm back here after trying with this electric pet nail grinder, and yeah, the question is if it has been a good success or a complete fail. And yeah, I can tell you it was something in between. It was not a complete fail, but it was not as good as expected. So there are a couple of reasons. So first reason is it has quite a gap here. Hope you can see that. I'll zoom this in a little bit, and hope you can see that there's quite some gap between the housing and the grinder. And if you put in like a nail, it could be almost that it gets stuck here. Depending on the diameter of the nail, it could, in theory, I think, get stuck inside, and that would be incredibly painful for the animal. And that's my biggest concern. I mean, it didn't happen in our case with our rabbits, but still, it was a little bit of a concern. And also, yeah, one thing here, when you turn it on, you can see that even when you have it on the lowest setting here, it's like more like a vibrator than something else. So the problem is obviously that it is not really nice centered. So I'll remove this here. Maybe we can see that when I turn it on now. Maybe you can see that it's not sharp. You don't get a sharp picture. You can see the background is sharp, but the grinder isn't sharp. So, and the reason is because it's not nicely centered. You can see it's totally off center, and it's crazy. It's not even close to be centered, and that's a huge vibration, and that's also a little bit disturbing the animals. And depending on how you hold it, so it's also difficult to find out in which direction it's better. I mean, after some time I found it that it's a huge difference between how you hold it here, but still, if you have it in a perfect angle, it can be that it starts to like vibrate somehow. And this is something which then of course disturbs the animal. So if you have it perfect, and it can be that it's really touching the grinder and really grinding down, and it doesn't disturb the animal. So we had it sometimes like that and worked really good, but it was not more than like 2 or 3 seconds, and then after that usually it started vibrating. And So overall, and it also takes long. I mean, so if you just cut the nails with a good, reliable nail clipper, I mean something for animals or even something like for home working, like a pliers or clipper or something like that, you can really do it first thing much faster, and I think much more sensitive, and yeah, and also the problem was the light here. When I was using the light, I mean, by the way, you have to turn it on to use the light. You cannot use the light without having turned it on, and I expected much more help regarding the light, and it definitely didn't help. I couldn't see anything like bloodline or something like that, so it really didn't help. I mean, the device itself looks good. It's really it really fits good in my hands. It has this nice grip here. It looks sturdy, it works, but maybe it's just the implementation, because it has too much gap here and it's off center. The grinder is definitely off center, and there are a couple of things. Maybe if you spend a couple of more dollars, you could maybe get something better, but I still have the idea that if you buy like a normal good professional clipper, you're better off, and you can do it much more sensitive, more accurate than with something like that, and it's definitely less risk, and I would definitely recommend to stay away from something like that. If you're still interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and see what you want to do. I mean, I'm not saying it's not working, but definitely for smaller animals I would stay away from that. If you have like a large dog, maybe that could work, but if you can just work 5 seconds and then you have to wait and cool down, so yeah, I don't know if it's really the better way, then buy like normal professional hand clipper. So yeah, that's actually it for now. I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.